Okay, am I live across all platforms? It says I'm live. Okay. Hello. Um, Hopefully all the audio is playing properly. I need to turn the music down for those that can hear it. Okay, hello, my name is Vesperash. Today we're playing Minecraft, and I have a lot of things to show you. We're doing kind of a bit of a base tour, and we're going over some stuff. Because I've been a busy motherfucker. Let's go to bed slow first. Well, it's not just me. It's actually been busy. Thankfully, for fucking finally, it's not just me who's been busy. Which, I mean, I don't want too much shit about my friends, but um, I'm gonna talk some shit because I love them. But I should need to pick up some rockets really quickly, and then we'll start. You kind of catch some glimpse of them in the background of what one of my friends has been working on. Yeah, there's part of it. Where do I want to start? Fuck it, we'll start big and high. We're gonna start up. So Heath has been building wall and these towers. As you can see, he's gone quite a bit. He's gone far. I'm so proud of him. So happy. These towers are beautiful. I built the roofs. That's the only part that I've touched. Well, and the water elevators for these two towers. But other than that, he has built these himself. I've been helping him with resource collection, but other than that, this is his. This is his project. This is his baby. Period. Like, I am not, not involved in building the walls or the towers. Now I did build this pathway and this structure here, which, this is spawn. So you spawn on top of the cross here. And you should face this way, which is why these signs are here, which it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved on the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Genesis 1:1-3. This is the beginning of the Bible, and actually the same verse that was read by the crew that we sent up to the moon. When they landed on the moon, they read that exact same verse, the opening lines of the Bible. And I felt it was fitting for the spawn point of the world, as, the creation of everything. This is the beginning point. This is our spawn. But we're going to take a look at these towers. So now, right now, the walls are 1 block thick. They are going to be expanded. So the walls are going to go from here. So like you see right here to the left of my camera, this bit of wall is going to be, this is going to be the outside block, but there's going to be a whole nother section, and you're going to be able to walk across the top of it, and there's going to be tunnels on the inside, and that's how you're going to be able to access into here, which is why this is built the way it is. And that's outside the wall. None of that's really lit up except for that pathway that leads to spawn. This is just some of the resources that I've stockpiled, which has been kind of picked there a little bit, but I've been refilling some of these chests. There's 4 more chests over there, but there's 2 up elevators that throw you up out the top, and you have a beautiful view, which this view is much more beautiful even without vibrant visuals, as you actually get to see farther. And I wish I actually had the setting turned on right now that allowed me to go between the 2. I can switch from vibrant visuals to just regular graphics. Wish I had that right now, but I do not, sadly. And just be able to fuck with my stuff. So that's how you get down. You just fall down into a block of water, which you can barely see because of vibrant visuals. And this is just the center of the tower. This here is literally the center block of the entire tower. The water is lit up also to keep drowned up at bay. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't. Over here I need to expand it a little bit because while we've been building this, as you can see, drowned have been kind of a problem. Heath died a couple of times. Well, actually, he died from fall damage. He fell off of a couple of these towers while building them, and even blew up to a creeper one time. And somebody's already breaking rules on Kick. It is in my rules on both Twitch and Kick. Do not advertise services. You will be banned from my chat, and it is a permaban. So, to offending Countryside, Cider, SI, or whatever the fuck you are, get banned, idiot. Yeah. Pull it up here, cause I have a no. I do not tolerate it. Period. So, yeah, you are banned. And it's that same profile picture which tells me you're a bot. So, goodbye. Like, I don't understand what... It's every stream I have one of you. But I don't care, you count as a viewer, so I don't give a shit. You're just a free view bot at this point. You want to play stupid games, you get to win stupid prizes. That's exactly how I feel. So let's get back to this, because I don't want to keep on this tangent. This is the second tower, like I said. Even more, you know, more resources. These are kind of the only two towers that I have access to get it on the inside, except for that one, but that's a gatehouse. The rest of these you can technically get inside, but like currently these ones, the new ones, the three newest towers, you cannot currently get inside of other than by trying to fly through that 2-block gap. And it's not even technically a 2-block gap because these walls are technically taller than that, so it's like more like a block and a half that you have to attempt to fly through. And it's actually harder to do on the way out, but I actually managed it right there, which, whoa, I normally hit a lot of shit. So before we touch on the portal, and other projects up there, I want to touch on some of this stuff down here, because I don't remember if last time I made a video or talked about it on stream, what progress had been done. So this, you know, the slime farm, this has been here a while. So this has probably been talked about and seen by a lot of, well, a lot of people who've seen, you know, the streams and videos. But this is a bit of a newer machine. I tried to decorate it at one point and then ended up tearing all the decorations down because I just did not like how it was progressing. I was trying to make a big giant stump that did not really work well. Then we have this here. So essentially, the way I have this set up is to just, it's an infinite bone meal farm. And it's a very effective bone meal farm at that too. Like stacks on stacks. It itself does use its own supply to keep it up, to like keep pushing it forward. But it takes a very little in comparison to what it outputs, which is amazing. I love that fact. Being able to just produce and produce and produce and produce bone meal is so useful for many other farms. You know, I can use it on a tree farm. I could use it if I wanted to do that style of farm for bamboo or sugarcane or whatever. I could. I don't, but I could. But it's a very fun farm. It has a cobblestone generator on it, and then it just keeps pushing it over, which destroys these blocks in the water, you know. pushes it over here, and the minecart picks it up, and the minecart pushed over to where it's actually sitting on all 4 of these hoppers. Well, there's actually 2 minecarts here, so it doesn't really matter which one it goes into. Then we have 2 of these actually. Ignore this. This is the exit tube for the elytra for the slime farm. You can fly straight out. I built it 2 blocks up so that way I couldn't accidentally fall in it or somebody else could fall on it by accident. This is an automatic bamboo farm, not sure again. This is the original design, and then I built, well, actually I had this sugarcane farm built, which is being fed automatically via that pipe into the storage system. And then I was like, you know what, that'll work also with bamboo. And I was right, it does, except for, I mean, there's a tiny bit of loss. It ain't much. It has about the same amount of loss as this farm. And this farm actually works very cool because it uses, if you plant bamboo on top of mud, mud is not the same height as a full block. It's slightly shorter. So by placing bamboo on top of mud, it's just short enough to allow hoppers to be placed underneath and to pick up whatever lands on top of the block. So this farm uses hoppers instead of a minecart, and that's kind of the only difference between this farm and this farm. This one uses just a hopper minecart that goes all the way around it, and this is the same design, just sugarcane. It uses hopper minecart that then loads into these hoppers on the front into this chest, and then that gets shot out into the water stream that then goes into that storage system. Very effective. I've already farmed a lot of resources just by being in this area and talking and just being with my friends, just chatting, listening to music, doing whatever. So I spend a lot of time in this area, so that's why all these farms are here. Even though I kind of wish that I could make these look prettier, because like I have this big, beautiful cathedral that is my trading hall, but then I have like the gold farm next to it, and it's like I don't know how to incorporate the gold farm. I don't know what to build around the gold farm, because technically I did build the trading hall, and then I decided to build the cathedral around it, so I could do the same for all of these farms. I just have to get the block palette right, which, I mean, the block palette is literally just the black and gray blocks that I have here at my disposal, which are fire. I love this build so much. And then, like, the center of the crosses are glowstone. And then, you know, having those lanterns on top of the different areas to light it up. This is Honeycomb Farm. Okay, so the giant portal, because I know this is one of the big topics. So this here is where we plan to put the castle. So this world, and like the whole point of this project that we designed, is that this is the Castle of Nations. So each of us out of my friend group picked a kind of a religion or a theme or whatever. So like whether it be Norse, like a Norse god, or like I just picked what is my own personal belief, which is Christianity, which is hence why you see like on my builds I have, you know, cross banners, and I built a fucking cathedral. So like that is my own personal belief, and you know, like I am a Christian, and so that is my part of it. And each of my friends, you know, Heath, Griff, Josh, all picked something. I think Josh picked like a Japanese or a samurai thing. He's actually living behind the cathedral in the cherry blossom forest, which is, you know, part of his whole thing. And so each of us have our own religion, and so the castle part is going to be here. we're going to build a giant castle, and each of us are going to have our portion of the castle with our own chairs and all that. So we're all going to be kings, essentially, of our little nations. Like, we all live together, essentially, in these bases and in all this stuff. Like, technically, like, that's Heath's tree, or we actually named it the other night. Yggdrasil is what he named it, and that is actually, we'll go over to that in the Nether in a little bit. So it's just that this is the whole point of the world, which we're almost 2,000 days in, haven't even started it. I cleared the land a couple hundred in-game days ago, which I say a couple hundred in-game days, it's probably been about anywhere from 500 to 600 in-game days. Couple real life days. And so we are, before that, the plan is still going forward with the Castle of Nations, where we are going to build a big giant castle, which is actually part of the walls. Everything inside the walls is part of our nation and is lit up, so no hostile mobs can spawn. How is that thrown in the playlist? What the hell? Well, this is my 2025 recap, and I did have a little bit of country, but not that much. Not enough to warrant being thrown into this playlist. None of these songs are country. But actually, okay, so all of this here, like all this land that I'm like kind of outlining, was trees. All of that was trees. I chopped every bit of it down, put it in my storage system for resources so we could use it, obviously. And then lit every inch of it up. And then after Heath built the wall into the cherry blossoms, I didn't know how far we were going into the cherry blossom forest, and we were kind of forced into the cherry blossom forest by Josh, because originally the wall was just going to kind of go behind the cathedral. Like, we weren't really going to include most of what is now included. So we've actually expanded our land a little bit because of Josh. So the kingdom's growing, which is not bad. I am not against the land growing. Thank you, Josh. Which, I mean, there are no technical, like, hard limits on what we consider our kingdom. If we want to expand outside the kingdom, there's nothing stopping us, obviously. This is Minecraft, and we're playing for the fun of it. We're not a hardcore save. We are still playing on hard, which you can see, yeah, there. Difficulty hard. Yeah, we are Castle of Nations, we're playing on hard, so mobs hit harder. We are, food is much more of a necessity, but, we are fully kitted out. Because of me slightly, but that's okay. I don't mind being hyper useful. But I lit all of this stuff up, died a couple of times trying to do this. Like I said, Heath died on a couple of these towers. I know I had to come collect his stuff over here, which he repaired. Nice. And then did he die on this? Ooh, no, it was this tower. He died on this tower, and he hit the top of it too hard, so all of his stuff except for like 2 items were on top of the tower, which is pretty funny. Because normally that's not what happens. But he got lucky that time, and I had shulker boxes on me, so I was able to just put all this stuff in there and keep it from despawning. So now we're gonna take a look at the map, actually, because this is another project that I was working on for ages and just could not complete it for the life of me. So it's much bigger than what we've actually like where we've built shit, to be honest. Which kind of. I know like over here, which is that direction past those towers on the wall, is the swamp that you have to go through the nether or fly to it, which is not easy, not that fun. Hate having to do that shit. But there's a village up there. There's a couple of villages. Actually, I think another village that's towards this side that's not on the map. And then we have the Mushroom Island, which is here. We have the Giant Guardian Farm, the Squid Farm, and the Drowned Farm, which is how we got the tridents for the Guardian Farm. It's also how we farm copper a little bit if we ever need it, which we don't, which is evident by this chest. But this is one chest out of the multiple double chests that we have that are in the storage system, relegated to just copper. Which, thankfully, I did get rid of some copper via the nether stuff. I think that's all that's new, maybe? Oh, well, I did the old sugarcane farm from previous live streaming videos, which was here. There's all this stuff. There's sugarcane planted this way and planted up and down this way. So, got rid of all of that because we now have automated farms to deal with sugarcane. I don't have to harvest it manually. So much better. Hated. How is this not a thunderstorm? Whatever. Well, we're gonna take this portal because technically this portal is the center of the Nether Hub. And the reason why this portal is the center of the Nether Hub is because this is the first portal I built. I wish I had known that this was going to happen, and that I wish I could have done more planning ahead, because the one on top, the giant portal on top of the hill for the castle, is what I wish I could have made the main portal, but that just didn't happen. So this portal is labeled Iron Farm, and we have different colored tunnels, which each tunnel has a sign in front of it telling you the direction that you're looking. So, north, east, south, and west, and then, this iron farm in the center. So you can, just be like, oh, I want to go north. North is green, which is, this is copper. Hint, hint, this is where the copper went. There's the redstone tunnel, which is east, the amethyst tunnel, which is south, and then the gold tunnel, which is west. Some of these tunnels only have one or two things down them. West only has one thing down it currently. That is it. West has the Wither Killer location. That is all it has. And that is literally right here. Each portal also has a sign on it with the writing in the coordinated color. So everything matches. So like this north is in green to match the green of the copper. Down this way we have two locations. First location is actually here on the right. It is the Snow Village, where I got all of this ice. And then here is the staircase up into my nether fortress, which is pretty handy. So that's the two locations for that. Now there are some bits of this that are unfinished. please keep that in mind while looking at some of the ends of these tunnels and all that. We're going to go down the redstone, the east tunnel. Down here, we also have only two things. And they are right next to each other. This is the witch farm. And then this leads to above the lava, because pretty much everywhere that I've been digging and had to mine is right below this giant lava lake. Yeah, right here at a giant lava lake. And so there's skeletons firing at me. At this giant lava lake, pretty much everything, all these tunnels are below it. Literally every inch is below it. That really, really sucks. Because then, like I said, there's only one thing down that way, so there's no reason to go down there. Now, the south tunnel has quite a bit more. We have the castle. So, the giant portal, yeah, it's right here, a couple of blocks away from the center, which is a bit unfortunate, but there wasn't much I could do about that. The trading hall, so the giant cathedral, that's its portal. Then we have Yggdrasil. This is the giant tree. That's right. So Heath's tree is Yggdrasil there. We have the Guardian Farm, the Squid Farm. That is the Drowned Farm. I start seeing some unfinished stuff. This is the this is the Wither Skull farm. It's also how I farm whole. Because when you're killing them, you get a bit of both. So that's all there. And then we're gonna continue this way. Does take a bit of time, and these corners can be a tad dangerous to try and make, but luckily this is wide, so you have room for error. And this final portal is our desert. That's right, I had to do this just to get to a desert. And yes, I actually did do this to specifically get to the desert. I did not fly to the desert and then make a portal. No, I actually did it in the nether first because I used chunk base. I don't view chunk base as cheating. Some people view chunk base as cheating, but I don't, because I think that's ridiculous. Because literally, finding a witch hut without chunk base is almost impossible nowadays. And like finding nether fortresses is very difficult. But just finding a lot of stuff that you genuinely need to continue the game is just ridiculously hard to find for no reason. And then there's other structures that are like, I have too many of right now. Like if I need another Guardian Farm, like there's I think 4 or 5 other of the ocean monuments right next to it. Like on the map that I have, there's at least 4, maybe 5 ocean monuments on the big map. So that's just ridiculous. Like, you have no use for that many of those, other than maybe sponges, and then like there's some good treasure, but it's not that great. It's just not. It's just not. I will be right back. So I'm gonna put you guys on on the screen. You guys can still hear the music. I'm gonna mute myself real quick. Okay, I am back. So, yeah, that is all the progress that I have made so far. And I am very proud of my work. that I've put into all of this. There's genuinely just a lot of stuff that I've done in this world, and like, you know, I've spent so long, 1,911 days in this world alone, and then is there a way I can show my stats? That's not accurate there. Yes, there is. Okay, I go flex stats because that's cool as shit in my opinion. This actually covers, I think, all three. Oh, let's see. I played on my phone, so the Android edition of the game, my Xbox, and then Windows version of the game also. So yeah, all three versions of the game. So across all of them, from my phone, my Xbox, and Windows, I've put 140 days, which is over 3,000 hours of playtime. I think I'm actually approaching 4,000 hours, which wouldn't surprise me. This is it's not even a problem. This is my most played game. I love Minecraft so much. Minecraft is one of the best games I have ever played, if not the best game ever, because it's just a game that I have for years and years and years came back to and just keep coming back to, and I don't think I'll ever stop coming back to Minecraft, because I don't know what I'd do, honestly, without Minecraft. I don't really know if I'd still be here. I definitely would be making content. Like, I wouldn't be streaming, I wouldn't make videos, I wouldn't do any of this stuff, because Minecraft is the backbone of everything that I do. It is what drives me to be a content creator. It's what drives me to do things. It's my favorite game. I love this game so much. And I'm going to continue to love this game until I can't love it anymore. Like, straight up. And also, if you're wondering why this flooring is black and why it's wool, it's actually carpet to keep things from spawning in here, because without it, this place is just a giant skeleton spawner. Because in here was bad. It also spawned with there's gas like crazy in here. So if you don't have any like floor protection or ceiling like this right here, this is to also stop gas from spawning. So if you don't have anything to keep them from spawning, you're just, this place would be a giant gas spawner if I didn't have the carpet and the lights. Because the lights weren't enough. Like, I had the lights up before I finished the carpet, and I still had gas in here. So, you know, carpet eliminates that floor space for stuff to spawn. But yeah, so I also would like it to go to nighttime. Let's see what it is when we get over here. Is it nighttime? It is. How long is the night? Ooh, I don't have long. I do not have long. I gotta hurry this up. So, game is not gonna like me because it's having to load a bunch of stuff. But just look at the difference. Like, literally, it is night and day inside and outside these walls. And that is what I love. It's such a effect where it's like, it's kind of like looking at like North Korea and South Korea, where like North Korea at nighttime, no lights. South Korea at nighttime, lit up like the damn sun. Like, it is so crazy to see the differences in like policy, politics, and just how a communist dictator would run a country versus, you know, a more capitalist run country. It's just crazy. So like I just gotta come up with ideas, or like if you have an idea, like either drop by drop by a stream or leave a comment on video, whether you're on TikTok or on YouTube, wherever I post this video. Just leave a comment if you have an idea. Cause I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna post it yet. Probably YouTube first. If I can cut it down into short sections, I will, and post on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. And maybe I'll do Twitter posts or Instagram posts. Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Just give me ideas for structures. You know, like. Because like this is a giant cathedral, but I have a giant damn gold farm next to it. And then like ideas for some of the stuff. Like this right here is an AFK fish spot. Well, kind of an AFK fish spot. It's more of a you fish here, and if I did have something, like if I actually did have something set up for it to do automatic fishing, which I wish I did, but I don't. That'd be, you know, cheap client, something like that, but the bees. I never get to see the bees out of their homes. But yeah, like ways to decorate these up. Like I don't know what I could make these into. To fit this. I mean, I probably should have used the pallet. Like instead of cobblestone, I should have been trying to use these blocks. That definitely hurt it. So if I just replace that, they would already fit more within style of the build. And then some of the stuff could honestly just be moved. Like this is not a good spot for this. I mean, it kind of is. It's partially a good spot. It's a good spot in terms of I could like turn on the bone mill farm and just let it run, and then I'm partially in range of some of like the layers on the slime ball farm, you know, and then obviously I'm in range of this, so that's obvious. I'm also in range of these two, so I'm getting resources from these. So it's not in a bad spot logistically. It's just it doesn't look great in front of the cathedral. That's the same for this. Like this was just a bad idea. This farm needs to be torn down. This farm will be torn down. So don't worry about this. Don't worry about coming up with ideas for this. This is going to be removed. But like, I need something to be here, like over this. This needs to have a building, you know, and like maybe I need to come up with something for this. Like I might need to cover up the redstone and make an actual building for this. But I mean, there's only so much I can do because like here, like I have an iron door here, which has to be activated with a button. And the reason why I use iron doors and not wooden doors, well, iron doors can't be broken by zombies in hard, whereas wood doors can. And I AFK inside of there and inside of there, which is why both of those places have iron doors on them. I don't really AFK in my bedroom, and even if I did, it's not really a problem because all those areas lit up. But you can make that same argument for the other two places. Everywhere's lit up. Where's anything gonna spawn? I don't know. I don't want to risk it. It's just not worth it in my honest opinion. Damn it. I normally don't have this issue. There we go. So it's just, I want to think about some of this stuff more, and like this building, I don't want to change any of this stuff. I like the way it looks. I do not want to change it. This building on the inside is fine. On the outside, maybe it could take a bit of the shelter, you know, kind of give it the old Chernobyl treatment where they build a giant containment structure for the exposed bits, you know. Maybe I should extend out and build, you know, walls around the redstone so that way it's more hidden, and the only parts that aren't hidden are the pipes, which wouldn't be bad, you know, wouldn't be a bad idea. It's just I have to come up with a design that how I want to do everything and like what you know what how do I want to do the roof? How do I want to do this? How do I do that? And then like you know we haven't even started talking about the castle. There's so much work to be done, and you know I don't have enough time. I mean I technically have enough time, but I just don't. Putting that effort in is not always that easy. Um, and also like to clarify, a lot of the farms, pretty much almost all of the farms you see on this world are not mine. I do not take credit for them. They are not my design. The only farm I'll take credit for is this one because I literally built it. You know, the only idea I got was that I found out that if you plant bamboo on mud, that hoppers can reach. That's the only thing that I took. I took that from a YouTube short for some random creator. Do you not know his name? Sorry. And then this. You know, I knew how generally a, a slime ball farm worked, and then I just dug a hole, made a bunch of platforms, lit it up. There's iron golems down there to attract the slime down to the edges. All that stuff is just mechanics that I know, and I built this farm myself. This is not anybody else's farm. You know, it probably runs inefficiently as fuck because of that fact. This is, I think, a Silent Whisper design. I know the Iron Farm is a Silent Whisper design. And then this thing is somebody else's design. And, you know, if I have, you know, I'll probably go through later and link, if, gutted so much, just because I'm talking a lot, I guess. You know, if I can, in the video description, you know, when I post this on YouTube, I'll try and find as many of these farms as I can. You know, like my the witch farm that I use. The Guardian farm is Silent Whisper. The Drown farm is maybe Silent Whisper. I know it's similar to one of his designs. Um, you know, and then let me actually, you know what? I'll pop on YouTube really quickly, and what I'll do is I'll just throw off some names of people that I know that I have built their farms and have shown them probably in a video, whether on purpose or by accident. Um, so we're gonna do that right now, just because I feel as though these channels deserve every right that they have. Um, you know, they deserve every view. Um, they deserve all of the shit that all this work that they have put in, especially for Bedrock, because they build farms specifically for Bedrock. Um, and without them, I would be completely lost. You know, if it wasn't for them, no idea. Oh, I have a phone call. Okay, back to what I was doing. Let me actually move myself to be safe. There, I'm safe inside my house. But 1UpMC, I know I've seen some of his stuff before, and used it. Let's see, JC Plays is one that I build so many farms from. Definitely go watch his videos if you are trying to build a farm. He has so many beginner farms, so many farms that are so important. Probably one of, if not the most important Bedrock creators that I can think of. So like if you need, infinite sugar cane, or you want a creeper farm, or you need infinite lava, or you want a pig farm, or you want a mob dropper, or you want to just know how to build these types of farms, he is your man. He's going to be the man that helps you more than anybody. Like even more than Silent Whisper. So many of his farms I have built. I mean, infinite log farms, infinite crop farm, infinite melon and pumpkin farm, infinite XP, infinite wool. So many of these are the best guides I can think of for Bedrock. I cannot recommend him more. And Silent Whisper 2, like this iron farm like is old as dirt at this point. Like normally by now there would have been like 12 updates at this point that would have fucked this farm over, but it is still kicking it's still kicking ass. This farm, now there are parts of this farm from that video that do not work. I will admit that. There's parts that don't work well. A great example, this. A lot of times, the farmer just does not throw their crops over to these two guys. Now mine is set to automatically pump out to the item, the item storage over here. It is fed directly into that. But I have noticed before I hooked it up to that, it did. A lot of times I would look in here and there's just crops floating about, not being used properly, like right there. Like there's just crops here that are just going to despawn. They're not going to pick them up. It is what it is. There's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can worry about. And this just ain't one of those things you're going to win, by worrying about. So, just how it is, Kind of just sucks. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other content creators that I've watched that have been such a big inspiration and big help. The Hermitcraft server. I watch Hermitcraft a lot. Also some truly Bedrock stuff, mainly just Silent. I like Silent Whisper and his content. His live stream is pretty funny. I wonder if he's live right now. Actually, that'd be pretty fun if he was. It does not look like it, but Tango Tech is live on the Hermitcraft server, so that's, There we go. Just trying to get stuff to work. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. This is what I needed. So, again, we're gonna keep looking at Minecraft, Bedrock. What did I look at for bamboo swarm? Oh, here's I found the YouTube short. King Shred. He made this YouTube short. 217,000 views. It's pretty good farm. Better than the piston abominations and flying machine abominations that are the 6-year-old videos from Silent. I'm not building this farm. They're not worth it. They're just lag central. Witch farm. My witch farm. Let's see. Is not. There is a Silent Whisper design that works pretty well. That's pretty. It's similar, but. Mine is from, where is he? But I know the channel name. I just want to find the video first. Damn, that'd suck if I can't find that again. Babushka Land. It was posted 2 years ago. The farm still works great. If you do build it, and I definitely suggest you do build that witch farm. Build that and then immediately go watch his next video, which is the item sorter and storage system for that farm. And the one warning I will give you is when you build that storage system, build your redstone chest build way more redstone chests than anything else, because it produces redstone out the ass. Like, it outproduces any other farm that I have. I have no other farm that produces a resource like the witch farm produces redstone. And this is, almost 4 complete double chests, and there's multiple double chests there at the farm that are blocks of redstone, which if you remember, it's 9 pieces of redstone per block. I have multiple double chests filled with stacks upon stacks of blocks of redstone. So you'll never run out of redstone again from this farm. You'll also get glass bottles, sticks, glowstone, gunpowder. So if you need rockets, perfect for that. You also get a bunch of potions, swiftness, healing, it's the instant health potion, but healing potion. You get so much stuff from that farm. It's just, it's worth it. It's so worth it. Probably one of my favorite farms. It's the most efficient. And then the Guardian farm is also incredibly efficient. But like I said, Guardian farm is Silent Whisper. The Witch farm is Babushka Land. And there's just so much stuff across all of this. Trying to think who, because it's actually a trident farm. I call it a drowned farm because I have all the benefits of killing drowned, but it is designed as a trident farm, and it forces them to drop their trident, which is why it's a 100% success rate to drop their trident whenever one spawns with one. Because what it does is it uses dispensers to shoot a nautilus shell into their hand and forcing them to drop their trident. So instead of them chucking it at you and causing damage to it, instead it'll drop a full health trident, which is why I have so fucking many of them. Let's see, because I want to see if I can find let's see if I can find a trident for my book. Because what design did I use? It's a big design. Did I find it? Oh, I found it. Okay, so this is by Guy in Bedrock. He posted it 10 months ago. Best Trident Farm, Minecraft Bedrock 1.21 Minecraft PE or Pocket Edition. 22,000 views 10 months ago. So that is it, and it gives you full durability tridents, and it gives you a bunch of knowledge shells and a bunch of other shit that drop when they die. So it's definitely worth it as a farm. Oh, this is not mine. This is mine. So what I'm going to do now is we're actually going to fly over to the front of the church here, the cathedral. And we're just going to read off a couple of things, and then I think I'm going to end stream. I've been streaming for a little bit over an hour, and I'm kind of running out of things to do and talk about. So, here we go. If the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. John 15:18. For God so loved the world that whosoever believes on him should not perish, but have eternal life. John 3:16. Fear you not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. Isaiah 41:10. And last but not least, for those of you who are anywhere in the parts of the world where it is nighttime, or maybe you're watching this before you go to bed, in peace I will lie down and sleep, for you alone, Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 4:8. I hope you all have an amazing morning, day, evening, and night wherever you are in the world. And I hope everyone enjoyed this stream or video wherever you're watching or whenever. My name is Esperash, and goodbye.